Ladies and gentlemen, a new version of Minecraft has been released. This is version 1.2.2 of the Bedrock Edition, what was formerly known as the Windows 10 Edition and Pocket Edition, and is now sometimes called the Unified Edition. The Better Together update. Lots of names for the same thing. This is a bug fix release fixing a bunch of problems with the gameplay and with stability that have been found since the Better Together update and the 1.2.1 release that was out last week. My name is slicedlime, and in this video I'm gonna go through all the changes to this version from 1.2.1. Let's start up with some fixes for some really annoying gameplay bugs. There was an issue with pickaxes if you had them enchanted or buffed high enough that you would get the so-called insta-mine effect. You would instantly mine the block, but it wouldn't continue to mine blocks, and that is fixed in this version. Another annoying bug was that if you were in creative mode flying and you held both the sneak and the jump button at the same time, instead of being locked in position you would instead slowly drift downwards, and that is fixed in this version. If you threw an egg at another player, that didn't cause a knockback effect, it will in this version, and the Mending enchant will now work properly with fishing rods. If you were playing in split screen mode, there was a problem with the lighting when the players were in different dimensions. That has been fixed in this version. Some other platform-specific fixes have made it into this version as well. There was a problem with performance when you navigated the main menu on Xbox One, and Realms invite links didn't appear properly on Xbox One as well. Those are both fixed now. If you're using a touchscreen instead, mob heads couldn't be equipped if they were in a stack of more than one. That is fixed in this version. And on a controller, the chat and active status effect screens will now open up properly on the first press of a D-pad button. Some fixes for the recipe book and for crafting. If you press the left thumbstick, it will now toggle the recipe book on if it was closed. The recipe book now updates properly as well when you open it, and the craftable toggle is off. On a controller, if you had the recipe book open and you tried to craft a cake, it would say that the ingredients were missing even when they were present in your inventory. And all fireworks rockets can now be taken out from the recipe book without disappearing. On the classic user interface, if you try to switch armors of the same type, they will now properly visually show up in the armor slot. Couple of fixes to redstone dust and its components now properly show their active and inactive status, and the redstone components no longer freeze or trigger when you load into a world. If you placed a ladder on top of another ladder or on a slab, that ladder would become invisible. That is fixed in this version. And there are also a couple of fixes to technical stuff. Resource packs are now properly applied to the main menu if you restart the game after applying the pack in the global resources menu. And if you use the command or the pick block function to get a shulker box, that would get a placeholder name, and that is no longer the case. Other than that, there are some fixes to smooth out user interface problems, and a whole bunch of stability fixes for crashes in various parts of the game code. That was all for this time. If you want this update, just head into your app store on your device and it should have an update for you. Keep in mind that it might take a little longer for some platforms to get the update, so if you can't see it yet, just try again later. My name is slicedlime, and that was all for this time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.